Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 22 as we continue our Swiss chocolate run here. And we got a whole bunch of stuff getting dumped into our newish, we haven't even had this thing a year yet, obviously, biogas plant here. Now, this thing costs us a ton of money. It's going to take us a couple years to pay that off, but I think it's still going to be fun to have and just experiment with, and we'll see where that goes. But we're ready to fast forward, I believe. We've got all the grass mowed up. We're going to have one more cycle before we actually gather it, which will be turning into silage. But other than that, let's go ahead and fast forward, if I can hit the right keystrokes. And we'll see how much money. We had, what, 3,700 bucks, I think? Just now before we hit the fast forward button. I would expect more than that, because I would expect that that silage alone will tip us over the interest rate by quite a bit. Yeah, there you go. We gained about 18,000 bucks, right? That's not bad. That's insane. I mean, we gained 17,000. Actually, between yesterday and then now, we've gained $17,000 yesterday, $8,000 today. Some of that from yesterday was obviously pre 8 o'clock, so we can't really count it all. But no, that's not bad. And then we got a little bit of money from, a little bit less money from the windmill, but than the month before, but still good. That's good. We're in a positive standpoint here. Now, how much did we actually end up using? Silage, we did in fact use a massive chunk of silage, right? Slurry, less so. Manure, we need to fill that back up again. We know the slurry and manure, we're making more than we're using, right? The silage, I don't think we are. We will have to get to a point where we're just like, okay, good enough. We'll call it there, and we'll wait till next time we get a big stockpile of it. But for now, we are going to go ahead and dump what we got there. Let me go ahead and switch over to you. Get you rolling on the fertilizing. I will go ahead and fill it up again. Like I said, as long as we're above the 110,000 liter mark, I will continue to put silage in there. So where the manure and the slurry will be consistent money, the silage will be a little, quite a bit more sporadic, but that's okay. We need a little bit of everything, right? You need your consistent every month money. You need your, big chunks of money coming in. That's really actually how to keep a business going pretty good. Consistent money is always best. Obviously, you want that consistency of knowing exactly how much money you're gonna make each month. Can't argue though that bonus money every month, once in a while, is nice. All right, how much we got left? Looks like we can do 3 more loads maybe. I need to go repair this thing actually. Go get this thing repaired while we got it. Look at that little thing. Wow, that is that looks like a race tractor, right? Like a tractor you would go racing with or something. That's some high speed tractor right there. It's got some good aerodynamics. Like, what is the speed of that thing? 24 miles an hour. Yeah, so you gotta have good aerodynamics to go 24 miles an hour, I guess. Oh goodness. All right. And while I got the tractor over here, guess I'll go refill some fuel. No, whatever. You know what? We don't need that. We'll wait till we get below the halfway mark. Guess I should take a fertilizing job and go spray with our manure. And digest it, to be fair. So, you know what? How close is 23? It's one of the ones up here, isn't it? Yeah, it's over there. If we get a closer one, then I might pick one up. I don't want to drive multiple trips over there, though. Just to unload that manure thing and be done with it. All right, how much more we got? At least 2 more loads. How are we doing on the milk? Both need some. Not urgent, though. All right, so you are full. I'll leave this over here for later. Now, that is one thing that's new this year, right? From versus 19. I don't remember 19. Like I think you could put other stuff in, but I think it shared the same. Did it share the same like storage or something like that? Where if you wanted to maximize, you just put silage in, but I think you could still technically put some of the other stuff in. I can't remember. We only ever did silage. All I ever did was silage. So I can't remember 100% if there was other ones that you could for sure put in. I think there was though. But again, what was the point? Because it could only process so fast. Whereas this time around, it has 4 different cycles. Oh, I did it again. Gotta pull straight out of here. Because this thing gets caught really easily, or just don't get so close next time. I would change this thing for an actual transport trailer. Except for the fact that we will potentially use the digested at some point. So we still want the same trailer, and since it does both, we might as well keep it for now. I might eventually just grab a transport trailer just because the transport trailers, we can get a pretty cheap one that I think holds more than this thing does. This thing holds slurry tanks 18,000 liters, and we can grab something like one of these, like this one right here, 21. So it's not much more, but it's a little bit. It would help us not mess with having to worry about anything else. We could also get a really big one, obviously, but those are really expensive. Not super urgent because this again, it's doing the job just fine. All right, cows need. Might as well top them off with straw and TMR if we can. Still, again, we already checked this, right? Yes, we're good. Still good on the milk. We'll wait till we get a little bit more milk. Although we probably have enough to take with one trailer, though, don't we? 18,000. No, I think it's 20 something thousand, isn't it? I can't remember suddenly. Guess I should figure out how much straw we use per year so I know what the trigger point for us needing to plant some new crops, since it takes basically a year for most of the crops to grow. I guess the oats doesn't take that long, but... Did I already figure out the straw? I might have already figured it out and just some reason forgotten the number. So let's start at 21,375. Cool. That works. Sure, it's a lot easier to fill these up with these things like this than it was with the bales and the bunker silo and all that kind of just stuff. Sure, what you think you're doing, buddy? Oh, you went straight all the way through that one. Okay. How about we finish this up first? All right, is that good enough? Yeah, that's good enough. We can top them off later. All right, almost done here, and we'll be good to fast forward. So we're in June. July is mowing, harvest, or gathering month. Again, the next time we sell would be butter if we were going to do in September, but we're not doing butter right now, obviously. So we'll wait until maybe, another year or two for that. All right, good stuff. Oh, I was not paying attention. I was looking at something else. That's all right. Okay, so I'll grab you. I'll go ahead and just reset this thing. Make it a little easier for us to go collect. And oh, I should check something real quick. Let me run over here. How are we doing on lime? Okay, probably one more mow, and we'll probably need to get some more. These grass pods are getting pretty high when we're like doing all these jumps and stuff going across them. All right, let's get you set up. Then we will fast forward and be ready to hit the ground running first thing. Can't drive through those. All right, cool. We are good. Let's pay off some of the loan. Every little bit we pay off, a little bit less we gotta pay in interest. And let's go. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think so. It's not like there's a lot for us to check each month. Cows, cheese, cocoa, and biogas. That's basically it. It's so nice to be making some money. Well, there you go, guys. Biogas, extremely profitable. All right, mowing's going. We will need to gather. Before we gather, first things first, let's check the cow straw situation. We'll call it 17,500. I think that'll be close enough. So they use 3,875 times 2. $7,750 liters per month. So 7,750 times 12 is I think I did write this number down before. Because this number is starting to look very familiar to me. Nope, this is not the right number. This is not the number I'm thinking of. If I did that right, we use 93,000 liters of straw per year. So as long as we have, if we go under 93,000 liters, that will be our trigger point for needing to plant some more straw-based crops, which we've got a while to go before we have to work. No! Oh, because I reset it. That's all right. I mean, we'll make it work, but I will just go ahead and switch you to... Why is it not telling me? Oh, because I didn't have it set to that. Swath dropping, yep. Forgot about the fact that when you reset it, it resets all the settings. No biggie. We can run the windrower over just 2 rows. It's not going to take that long. Before we do that, though, we are going to go empty up all this stuff. Probably bring over a little bit more silage. So this is the 250 kilowatt one, right? That uses about 50,000 liters of silage per month. If you had the 1,000,000 watt one, then that's 200,000 liters of silage each month. That is insane to keep up. There's I don't know if that's even possible. I think what you would end up just doing there is you harvest your, half a million liters of silage, each cycle, right? Because that's a pretty good number. 500,000 liters, that doesn't take that big of too many fields or too much to get 500,000 liters. You harvest that and you get 2 months worth of, 2.5 months worth of value from it, which is a lot of money very, very quickly. And then for the rest of the year, you're basically doing nothing. Until the next time you get around to that much, it's fine and it works. It's definitely still, like I said, a lot of money, but definitely you would not be able to maximize that very easily without going super, super crazy. All right, what are we down to now? Oh, perfect, 111,000. That's exactly what I wanted. Well, 110, but close enough. So this will be the end of the silage until we get all this grass, turned into silage, which will obviously happen very quickly. So we will have more silage tomorrow. We're just not going to have any more today. Hopefully all this fits. I should have checked that because obviously we need this trailer. And it does look like it will all fit. Personally, I think doing something like this just for your manure and your slurry, because your cows make so much of both, is just a really good way to just supplement your income overall, right? Just it's sitting there. You've got, like, on my multiplayer map, we have, I think we're up to, we haven't bought our biogas thing yet. We just hadn't really worked through whether or not we should or not and things like that. I didn't know how it worked until I started doing this. So we have 1,000,000 liters of manure just sitting there, doing nothing. 1,000,000 liters. I don't know if there is a big enough biogas plant to go through 1,000,000 liters of manure in any sort of reasonable amount of time. It's going to take us forever to get through all of that. Plus the cows are going to continue to make more, right? Because they're not going anywhere. To be fair though, with our multiplayer map, we have cows, so we're making cheese and butter. We're not doing the chocolate, like I said, because I think I said in the previous episode, we didn't want to do sugar. But we're doing cheese, butter. We've got eggs. We've got sheep turning wool into clothing. So there's that. And that's it, right? Those 4 things are all we've got. And right now we make $1 million per year. That's all. That's how much we make. $1 million per year. Oh, I should have left this over there. I was kind of distracted talking. So as you can imagine, we paid off our loan already. For sure. And then just kind of at this point, we're just whatever. That's why we're probably going to buy one of the big biogas plants and see kind of what that looks like. Things like that. We're just kind of playing around with it at this point. Let's get the slurry dropped off. Now, we do have massive amounts of cows and sheep and stuff like that. I think we have 400 sheep, 500 cows, 400 chickens, and 2 tailor shops with 3 spinneries feeding into those. So, you know, ramped up the productivity or the production kind of levels quite a bit from what I'm doing on single player stuff. But with 2 people, it's a lot easier to keep up with the demands. I don't know that we'll ever get that big on one of these multiplayer games, or single player games, I should say, because that is a lot to keep up with. What are you doing? You just decided to take a break, I guess? All right, let's get the cows fed, and then we can windrow. And actually, do we need to feed the cows? Let's check that real quick. If we can skip a month, I might go ahead and get right into the windrowing and stuff. Milk is getting high, but should be okay for another month for now. TMR is okay. Yeah, we can skip for now. Is it time to worry about the reproduction yet? Next month. Next month we need to sell some cows. So let's go get the windrower, get these 2 rows cleaned up, and then we can start gathering up this grass. I forgot we had this behemoth windrower. This thing is so ginormous. Almost can get it all in one swoop. Honestly, probably what we're going to do is just get all we can, and then that last little bit will just be its own little kind of row that's not great, but good enough. That looks like that'll work. If I miss any, we'll just turn it into hay later. I think folded up funny. I don't know what happened. I'm just going to park this thing back here out of the way. Alrighty, let's go grab... Actually, let's check. Do we have any fertilizing? We do have some fertilizing contracts. 23 and 21 are both over there, though, right? Oh, 21's just south of us. Okay, now we can take 21. Let's... We're not going to borrow items because we got our own, so we'll just accept the contract as is. Doesn't mean we'll have to use one of our tractors. I guess I could have borrowed items so I could use their tractor, but we'll use our own here in a bit. This is a giant pile right here. All right, we're going to put a cut in there. When we come back, I'll have made a little bit of progress with the grass gathering, although I'll probably bring back for a bit of it. And mowing's still going. Yes. No, he's still very confused. But yeah, we'll go ahead and put a cut in there. I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.